Hey everybody, welcome to the 5th video on E3 2017. This is the Sony press conference. At the end of my last video, I had said I was tempering my expectations on the Sony conference, and that turned out to be smart because it was just like I thought. It was a lot of things we'd seen with a few surprises. So the few surprises we got were Shadow of the Colossus HD remake, which people are crazy about, and I'm glad that they're happy that they're going to get to play it, but it doesn't interest me. Last Guardian did, but having heard everybody struggle through those controls, and Shadow of the Colossus is supposed to suffer from a lot of those similar problems, I just feel like, okay, whatever. And then there was Monster Hunter World, which looks awesome, but if it's like any other Monster Hunter game I play 10 hours, 11 hours of it and then quit because I can't get anybody to play with me. Although it didn't look like it was multiplayer in that way. It looked like it was single player, so maybe I can make that work. Yeah, it was just kind of lackluster, and I think that that also could do with the fact that, like, Sony's, like, production value on the stream was just bad. Like, the sound was bad. They kept switching between showing us full screen video to showing the stage, which they had done to do, like, a bunch of 4D, like, some, like, really cool in-house effects for the people who were there. And that's cool, but, like, it was just lackluster. I went back and looked at my notes, and I think we saw all of the games except for the VR Monster Hunter and Shadow of Colossus last year. So, I mean, that's fine. None of them. I mean, it would have been cool if one of them would have been like, boom, and you get it this year. But the only thing we're getting this year is Uncharted DLC, and I haven't even played Uncharted 4 yet, so I don't know. I'm hoping maybe if it's a little lackluster, we'll see a little bit more flash and panache at PSX this year, which they announced for December 9th and 10th in Anaheim, California. So that's cool. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess we can go through the thing that, like, stopped it from being, like, I know I sound down on it, but God of War looks awesome. I can't wait to play it. It makes me want to go back and pull my Vita out and play the God of War collection I have on there, and then play 3 on my PS4. I think that's the one you can play, or Ascension. Like, it makes me want to go play all of God of War games. It looks awesome. I can't wait. Early 2018. It's really not that far, I guess. It's like 6-7 months, so not that bad, but it looks badass. I'm into it. The Uncharted stuff looked good. Horizon, the DLC made me really want to play Horizon. I'm gonna just have to, like, carve out some time to play Horizon. I've been worried about playing it because of people being like, oh, once I played Zelda, Horizon was trash, and I was like, oh, well, fuck, I should have played it in the reverse order, but, like, at the time it came out, it was a week before the Switch, so not really an extra $60 to spare when you're dropping $300 on a game console. Days Gone actually surprised me. It was, I liked the, kind of, like, planning and tactical, like, I'm gonna blow this up and then they're gonna come and then I'm gonna go up behind them. Or, like, I also thought, like, there's like, it looked like there was a couple ways you could figure how to do each and every one of those things, which was rad. The combat was really brutal, which was also good. I don't know how much it will stick out, but it's coming out next year, I think it said, so that's probably a pretty good indication that we're not getting Last of Us 2 until the year after. So maybe, like, if there's a long enough gap between those, I think it'll be okay. It looks really cool, and the tweakers, I think is what they call their zombies, are, like, super fast, and yeah, they're, like, pretty brutal. It looked beautiful. It was gorgeous. Sony Bend has been killing it. Way to go, Oregon. We talked about Monster Hunter. We talked about Shadow of Colossus. They showed Call of Duty, which looks like Call of Duty. I liked the direction that Call of Duty was going with like space and far future stuff. So, and Battlefield 1, it does a really good job of that old that old period gunplay. So I don't know. It's whatever. I mean, I guess if someone tells me the story's good, I'll play it, but probably not. I've missed... Last Call of Duty I played was the Kevin Spacey one, so I've kind of fallen off the Call of Duty train. And then we saw God of War. Oh, then they showed Detroit, which was... I don't know. Detroit was fine, I guess. I don't really understand how what we saw last year ties into what we saw this year. It almost feels like two different games. So, and then there was no release date. There was no release window. Like, when is that game coming? Are we going to see it again next year? Because, like, I think the last thing we need is another E3 with that game. So, and then we saw Spider-Man, which looks awesome. I want to play it. I want it in my hands right now. 2018 was the splash screen on it, and that's fine. It looked good. I mean, it's just been a pretty lackluster E3 this year. I feel like the wind has been slowly pulling out of my sails as I've been going. Like, I feel like the first couple videos were like 20-25 minutes, and they've been like slowly like chumming down. I also think like Xbox gave us like a good like over 100 minutes of stuff, and Sony was like, well, it's been an hour, let's get out of here. Spider-Man saved it. If Spider-Man wouldn't have been there, that conference would have been like pretty abysmal. It's good. It's not like it's a bad conference. I want to play those games, so I guess mission accomplished. But like, it would have been nice to see. I know, like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Like, we don't want them to be like, here's this games that are coming out millions years ahead a time. And we don't want to constantly see the same games over again. So I'm glad that we didn't see Last of Us 2. I'm glad that that's just like, let fucking Naughty Dog go away. Let them do The Last of Us 2 and just do it. But like, there's been no big splash. What are people waiting? I mean, I'm saying, like, maybe we'll get one tomorrow. Like, I feel like Nintendo's kind of poised for, like, if they drop something big, if they drop a Metroid bomb or an Animal Crossing bomb tomorrow, like, they're gonna hands down be my favorite conference of the show. But that's really it. I guess I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow, so I can watch it's not the showcase, I think they're calling it E3 Showcase. I don't think we call them directs anymore because they're not going directly to you, because, so that's it. That was Sony 2017. I will see you in the morning. Have a great night, guys. Bye.